Suicide Squad is directed by David Ayer and is the newest entry in the DC cinematic universe, and this film follows a group of bad guys who have been brought together by the government to take out this supernatural threat that is laying waste to Midway City. Now, I was very excited for this movie. If you saw my most anticipated movies of the year video, you will know that this was quite far up on the list. However, there is also a great director behind the camera and there is also a great cast in front of the camera. Unfortunately, since the movie has come out, it has received nothing but mixed reviews. People either love it or they either hate it. I like it. It's not awful, but it's not great either, but luckily it is better than Batman v Superman. First of all, what works? Well, the cast is great. Margot Robbie and Will Smith are the clear standouts, however. Will Smith is cool and likeable, but never tries to steal the scenes he's in. He always works well as a team player in this movie. Also, Margot Robbie absolutely nailed Harley Quinn, and as a fan of the character, I thought she did an amazing job. She got the voice right, she got all the little tics and sayings that the character usually says, down to a T. The other cast members are good as well. Viola Davis is very good as Amanda Waller, and for the first time ever, Courtney was actually good in a movie. Some of the other squad members like El Diablo and Killer Croc have their moments, and they are good moments, but there are some squad members that are just absolutely pointless, especially this character called Slipknot. He's just so fucking useless. And then there's Jared Leto as the Joker. Now, this is a casting choice that I was on board with from the moment I heard about it, because Jared Leto is a great actor and he always puts his all into any role that he gets. And in this movie, I thought he was good, but unfortunately the Joker isn't given that much screen time, so there really isn't much to go by. But I am looking forward to what they do with that character in the future and in upcoming DC movies, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to that character in future movies. Also, this leads into another positive, which is the flashbacks that look into the relationship between Harley Quinn and the Joker, which in my opinion were the most interesting parts of the movie. I mean, the other stuff in the movie is good as well, but they were the most interesting parts, and I would love to see a whole film or just more of the movie dedicated to that story. Also, the movie's entertaining. I mean, yeah, it's got a dark tone, but it actually knows when to have fun, which is one thing that Batman v Superman didn't do. It tried to be serious all the time, which kind of made it not that interesting. Now, like I said, this movie isn't great, and that is for a number of reasons, and one of them is the writing. Even though the dialogue is pretty good for the most part, the actual overall writing for the movie is pretty sloppy. But yet again, seeing that David Ayer only had 6 weeks to write the script, you can kind of understand why. The editing for this movie is a bit weird, especially at the start of the movie. It's very odd, very jumpy, very all over the place, and it feels like it was edited by a schizophrenic. But as the movie goes on, it gets a bit smoother and it just gets a bit more better. The soundtrack is also very hit and miss. I've listened to the album on its own and it is good, but in the context of the movie, it can vary. There are some moments that work really well and fit the tone perfectly, but then there are other songs that just are really distracting, and also the sudden changes between each song in the movie do get quite annoying after a while. The final thing I want to address is the villain. The villain is incredibly weak and is just there for the Suicide Squad to fight, no other reason. And the ending is just as lackluster as the villain. It's one of those big climaxes where the villain shoots a big beam into the sky and the good guys have to stop it, and there's usually way too much CGI than there needs to be. Apart from those problems, I still had a load of fun with Suicide Squad. I don't think it deserves the extremely negative reviews it's been getting, but yeah, it's not a perfect movie, which is why I'm going to give Suicide Squad a 6.5 out of 10. I'm very interested to see where the extended cut goes with this movie, because it does feel like there was a lot of this movie left on the cutting room floor. So guys, that was my review for Suicide Squad. If you've seen the movie, I'd love to know what you thought in the comments below, because of the amount of negative and positive reviews it's been getting. I'd like to know other people's opinions as well. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like this video. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.